You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
We're excited to kick off our first ever road tour, visiting some of the top shops across the country. Come along as we give you a behind-the-scenes tour of some of the most successful lawn care, landscaping, and hardscaping operations and facilities and see how their businesses operate. This shop tour is brought to you by our great friends at Steel, Equipment Defender, Cujo Yardware, and Yardbook. We know professionals like you trust and rely on the tools and equipment to make your business a success. And our tour partners mean business. Gear up, lock up, lace up, and line up your business for success with our 2022 Shop Tour sponsors. We'll be releasing new podcasts and YouTube videos every Monday for 8 weeks as we take you across the country on this incredible tour. Check out the full video tours on YouTube at Brian's Lawn Maintenance and catch the podcast every Monday. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It is your host, Brian Fullerton here, hanging with you guys. And today, we're going to be continuing on the shop tour series that we've had going on for the last 6 or so weeks. We're just a little bit after halfway through this whole shop tour series that we've been doing on the podcast and on YouTube on Monday nights. So today's podcast interview is with Stephenson of Solo Cuts Landscaping down there in beautiful Springfield, Ohio. And you know what? To be honest with you, we took a day off about 2 weeks ago, went down there on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. It was about 70 degrees, perfect, kind of a white puffy clouds, beautiful sunny day down there in Ohio, and just honestly got to hang out with Dylan all day. We actually shot, I think, 3 YouTube videos. One was on the Toro Dingo, about a 12 or 15 minute walk around video on that. He just bought a new one a couple weeks ago. We also did a whole video doing a pricing of a landscape job. We got to see this $24,000 landscape job that he just finished. It took him about 2.5 weeks to do. And we talked numbers and pricing and how we did it. It was just a really, really cool video. While we were down there, we also shot the shop tour video, obviously, and he's got a nice rental that he rents about a 40 by 50 space for his lawn and landscaping company. He's got 2 bays, and it's a really cool setup, really unique, really nominal rent, but that's where he's got his home base for his company. So we're going to highlight the owner-operator, the small business owner on this podcast, and also the shop tour. So make sure you guys, when you get home later tonight, come check out that shop tour and maybe drop a like on that video. Super appreciate the support. So really quick, before we jump into it, I want to say thank you to the show sponsors and tours, Steel, Equipment Defender, Yardbook, and Cujo Yardware. They've just been such a great, bunch of partners to work with to make this thing happen. Nothing's for free, as you guys know. Fuel, gas, flights, hotels, food, of course, all that stuff. It takes time and money to shoot these things and time away from the business. So we do want to say a big thank you to those guys for sponsoring the whole shop tour series and giving us the opportunity to come on down. Now, I will say this. This episode, we were shooting late night, right before I was able to head back home. So we were getting a little tired, a little loopy. It was just a fun, more kind of a casual, chill conversation, getting life updates and business updates from Dylan. So if you guys don't know, Dylan, a lot of people have been watching Dylan's story the last 4 or 5 years he's been on social media. But the story is that he's been working at Gordon Food Service for a long time, had a pretty good job there, but always dreamed of having his own company and, going full time in it the last 4 or 5 years. And he was able to not only work his pretty scheduled, demanding job, 70 hours a week at Gordon Food Service. He was working 5 to about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. But then he was also working lawn and landscaping nights and weekends. And so he did that for about 4 or 5 years and paid off all of his equipment, got the boat close to the dock, and was almost doing $100,000 a year in revenue. And then I think it was 2 years ago, decided to jump on in, go all in, and go full time with his lawn care landscaping business. And since then, has doubled the revenue from there ever since, which is wild. And he's just getting started. He'll tell you that. He's got a great team of him and a couple guys running around, and they're just making it happen. So for all of you guys that want to start a lawn care landscaping business, maybe you have a decent job, but you've always wanted to maybe be self-employed and start your own thing, this is like the American dream. This is the story. So it was really cool getting to go on down to his house, get to meet his family, get to hang out with them, and just have real fun, authentic conversation, and just spend time with my boy Dylan for that whole Tuesday afternoon. So Dylan, if you're listening in, brother, you're a winner. Appreciate you, man, and thanks for taking time to host me. I don't take it for granted, and it was a beautiful day. He could have been landscaping, but we just shot a bunch of videos, a bunch of content to help you guys out, keep you entertained, keep you guys growing, and keep you guys motivated as you guys are, putting your lawn and landscaping business together as well. All right, so without further ado, let's jump into the shop tour video that we have going on YouTube, and then also the podcast here right now with none other than Dylan Stephenson of Solo Cuts Landscaping. That's a 100% kangaroo hat.
Barma hat.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What's a Barba?
Barma is the brand.
Oh.
100% kangaroo.
I knew that. I was just seeing if you were a real cowboy or not.
You didn't know that. You wouldn't ask. Don't ask questions you don't know the answer to.
Hey, guys. So we were jumping right into the podcast here. Thank you to Marty, Mr. Producer, for introducing us with the shop tour sponsors. And we're just going to jump right into it. So it's getting a little bit later. It's about 9 o'clock at night. I'm about to hit the road, zip back to Michigan, probably pulling about 1:30 with hitting up the Tesla supercharger really quick. Somewhere at a Meyer gas station and all that mess. About 40 minutes away in Lima, 30 minutes away in Lima. Maybe not even.
Oh, no, definitely more.
More?
Yeah, you're over an hour maybe.
Oh, to Lima? That's okay because I'm like...
Probably around an hour or so.
Well, then I got about 2.5 hour leg there. Maybe I'll get a quick cat nap or answer all your guys' emails 100%. And DMs. There you go. Here, bring that mic up a little bit, though, because you're...
Well, I felt like I heard myself breathing.
Well, no, it's you're good, Darth Vader, so we're good to go. I don't know, there's this hat on top of this Cheeto bucket on top of your fridge. I'm at your house. What... Ranger Rick over here, you know what I'm saying?
My Barma hat, that's my landscaper hat. Like I literally feel like my jobs get 10 times better when I'm wearing that hat.
Hey, I mean, whatever in your element, man. If you're comfortable in your skin, don't let me, knock you up.
My best work is done in that hat.
I don't want to get you all, okay? I mean.
Like, to be honest, I was like I was telling you about my buddy, Jesse Widener Landscape Solutions, find him on Instagram. I told him, I was like, I don't even know why I don't wear that to estimates. Like, because if now it's all like designed in. So I was like,
I take it more serious.
That right there, it's like the guy's got what to wear that hat out.
Yeah,
he's not gonna wear that just because like he means business. 100%. I seriously,
if you show up with a hat like that, like you're from Jurassic Park, you're who's the main guy? Like the old guy, the main guy.
I mean, that's a 25, 30-year-old movie.
No shoot. But if you showed up with that hat, I'd be like, all right, this guy knows what he's talking about. Like, this guy's dug up fossils. He can probably do my landscaping. But there's a business back at home called Kiwi Landscaping. Some Australian guy. Like, he's literally like from the down under.
Tell him. Ask him. Say, dude, Barma hats. You know about them? Boom.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to Nashville here in about a month, so I want to make sure that I'm dressing the part. Would that make me look... This is totally no value. This is the hardscape life with... Paper King over here.
Well, if you go to, okay,
we don't have a code for Bahama, so Bahama Breeze,
Barma. So this is your first time going to Nashville, though.
Yeah.
Well, I sent you those places to go to.
Okay, give me. I'm not getting no ostrich boots though for $1,300. I don't got deep pockets. I'm building a house.
My honest opinion is, if you've never seen the Strip at night, the down what everyone sees, go enjoy it. Go hear some live music, whatever. But if you're looking for just a good time, you're looking to just have a good, enjoyable night with your wife, the places I sent you, that area of Nashville is the spot to go. And if you're looking for some good breakfast, I will send you there as well.
Okay. I know Nashville a little bit, but
that Strip, though, it's like,
I'm going to get a hat like that.
Bar to bar.
I'm going to get a hat like that. I'll be as out of place as Ben Shapiro wearing a...
You would look phenomenal in it.
You ever see Ben Shapiro wear a hat like that? Those cowboy hats? It doesn't look right, but...
He talks as fast as an auctioneer, so he might have one.
He could be an auctioneer. That's actually a great point. I don't know where this podcast is going already. By the way, the family photos look really, really amazing. What's up with the mustache that you have there, though?
That was the best part about that whole family photograph session was the fact that my mustache was in full force, it is known in the house.
You look like Officer Farva, bro.
This is coming down.
Okay.
Because it's landscape season.
Oh, so you're going to grow a beard?
No, stash.
Oh my God.
Stash and that hat. Dude.
Our show sponsors are like, we're not going to sponsor a tour ever again. You're like, that's serious, though.
Hear that garage door just opened up?
Yeah. That's your mustache?
No, you wait. You ask. You go ahead and ask her.
Oh, Jordan coming in?
What does landscape season mean?
I don't know where we go with this. All right, so we got to pull it back in because these people, if they haven't switched the channel by yet, they're going to Paul Jameson.
We appreciate this.
They're like, yeah, we're going to go back to the Green Industry Podcast or Caleb Allman's podcast. It's kind of tough though. Some of you guys might be able to relate to this because I listen to the same shows that all you guys do, and it's like after about 10:30 in the morning, everybody's done. You know what I mean? Like I need more content. So then I'm going to my political podcast, and they all don't like really drop until noon because they have morning shows. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, it's like that looks dangerous over there. Oh my God.
Who's that for?
Yep. Oh my God.
His birthday cake?
Whoa.
Is that for tonight?
That looks incredible. That is a chocolate brownie looking
turtle
cheesecake. Oh my God.
Just to let you know, I turned 30 last year, which is a big milestone for folks in life, and my cake did not look like that.
No shoot, right? Yeah.
I got a complimentary from, where'd we go for dinner?
Cheesecake Factory.
No.
Like here's a scoop of ice cream.
Eddie Merlot.
Oh.
We went to Eddie Merlot's.
It's nice to see how the other side's living. Eddie Merlot's my jam. That's like my favorite steakhouse.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
We get like the free 99-cent scoop at Fridays, like a little ice cream thing. I don't know what that is. That's wild. You're gonna give that to he's turning 5 or 6.
5.
He's turning 5. You're gonna let him cake smash that? He's gonna be up for 3 hours.
One day just to do what he wants.
Okay, you know what? He can live the dream. So we're actually down here.
Yes.
Where are we at?
We are in Springfield, Ohio, which is where my company is located, which is Solo Cuts Landscaping.
Well, we've actually I've been here since 11 o'clock in the morning. We've been doing a ton of stuff. It's actually been a fun day. We're a little tired, probably a little slap happy, but we've been recording, eating, recording, eating, recording, eating, recording. It's what seems like to be the theme today, but that's hey, you want me to come hang out with you? You just offer a good place to eat, and I'll come on down to your place right now. But we did a shop tour. We did a video on Toro Dingo.
Yep.
That was actually really cool. I got to drive that thing around. That was new. That was I've never been on one. I always want to get on one at Equip, Expo.
Yep.
But I never get I never get outside. I'm always hanging with people, talking with people, doing booth takeovers, this event, that event, which is cool, which is fun. But it's just I get pulled in 100 directions.
I've gone to Expo for 3-4 years, and to be honest, I can't say like I ever spent like mad time outside, really that much respectable amount of time outside on the demo area.
2 hours tops.
Well, because I'm like, okay, 80% of this is outside my wheelhouse. I really don't want to get on this massive excavator. Like I
sure,
whatever. But yeah.
No, for sure. But if you guys have never been to Equip and you want to drive everything and test drive everything, and I think you have to have a license and 16 and above, whatever it is.
That's a new rule. They come up last year.
Yeah, something like that. Check that out. But promo code Brian saves 50%. So we're trying to help you guys save some money there.
About time.
Big time right there. But we drove the Dingo, and then we actually just did this was another video that I actually had some people request. They're like, hey, go see one of his landscape jobs because you have you're trying to get back more towards landscaping. So I remember you saying that on a podcast once we did a couple years ago. I think I had you on, and you were you wanted to do landscaping. You got into you tell the story. You got into mowing a lot more though.
Yeah.
And you're like, we're kind of going in the not wrong, but not what direction you wanted to go.
Yeah. So because if you guys don't know, when I started this business, I was working full time.
Yeah, give them the 2-minute highlight if they don't know you.
Okay. I was working full time and running the business for 5 years. And then we finally, in short story, we finally made the leap. It's just our 3rd spring of full-time work.
Okay.
But when I was working part-time, it was like, I didn't have the time on my side to do these landscape projects. Like we did some mulching, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we kind of did the evolution of it where it was like more mowing than mulching. The next thing you know, it balances so then once I quit, it was like, okay, still doing all the mowing, more mulching.
Yep.
Then last year, it seemed like it was like, so we did the same amount of mowing, not as much just mulch installs, but it seemed like if I was getting mulch, it was landscape install.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We still did our mulching stuff, but it just seemed like the install game started picking up.
Yeah.
So then this year, it's like, we did get a good amount of calls for the mulch, but it's like, now we're quoting some like big installs, big designs, lighting, like the whole
package.
The whole package of it. So that's the end I want to go. I don't want to. I'm not like when I think of mowing, nothing about that excites me.
Sure.
Like the slightest bit.
Yep.
Like I don't, it's like when I think of that aspect of our week, I'm just like, I cannot wait to get this over.
Right.
Like I just want to get it done and out of the way, collect.
Yep.
And that's really how I treat it. It's I'm ready to just get on through it. So I would like to, hopefully we transition to where we're going to be doing 100% like landscape maintenance, landscape design, install.
Yeah. You were talking about that at dinner. You like the mowing. You get 2 days mowing, I think.
Yep.
Plus or minus.
Yep.
And then you're like, but I don't want to lose that reoccurring revenue, but you're also, like you said, paying off the machine, getting this done, getting the boat. You're still full time, but you know what I'm saying? Like you don't need that reoccurring revenue necessarily now, even let alone, but even next year.
Like it's like the opportunity cost now.
Yeah.
It's like where it's like we're sitting on these mowers. I'm like, man, this is like time we could be on, these projects.
Got a cork board behind us.
Yeah.
Like
10,
so
10
I
12.
threw
my hands pointing to a thing. Yeah.
They can't see that.
Yeah. Talking my hand, they have no idea. So, but yeah, so it's just getting that boat closer to the dock, which I feel like I was at that point 3 years ago, getting that boat close to the dock.
Yeah.
And then now I'm at a different point of,
the boat to the dock.
Yep. So,
bigger
but
boat.
it's just it's a comfortability thing of just letting go of that mowing and the fear of like, man, but like I said, though, I think we're knocking on that door. So I think we're going to ride it out this year. And I think next year is going to be the year where I'm like, unless we're doing your full property maintenance, like that is it.
Well, I can totally relate.
And maybe even not that. Like, like you said, like, if we got like the contract, like the HOA type deal, whatever, we'll keep, stick the mower around, whatever. But even then I'm like, but is that worth
having a 12-gram mower
sitting around?
Right. Well, I had a 5-day mowing route back in the day for 15 years. And then I got rid of my Friday and I told Liz, I'm like, hey, like we're doing $400 on Friday. This is back in the day money. Today, $800, $1,000, $1,200. But I was like, I need a day to do all this other stuff. And she's like, well, we don't want to lose that money. I'm like, I know it's, $3,200 a month, $4,000 a month. And I'm like, I don't want to lose. There's the mustache. I hit the button on this computer and it just popped up.
Can you dim that back down?
That is wild. That looks like it needs its own zip code. It's a healthy looking stash. That's
Thank you.
It would make anybody proud. But do you get any like suck out of a syrup bottle with that, like with those big lips, like Super Troopers? Like,
oh my gosh, dude, it's not that bad of a stash. Goodness gracious, that is a mean stash. Whatever,
dude. And the only reason I make fun of it is because I could never grow that. Because like, this is the most I get. I get like the little 5 o'clock shadow thing, and then it kind of turns into like a porcupine stash, and I just gotta like get rid of it all.
Keep the shaver in your truck?
I do. Yeah, the electric shaver. I do. That's how I shave. I just shave in the truck. I got to touch it up once every 14 days, People are like, you should grow a mustache. I'm like, I've been trying since high school. It's only been 17 years. I'll get right on it. So I'm Polish, like kind of Scottish. So like it just doesn't come in. It kind of comes in patchy. But let's keep saying one day I'll hit this like phase and it'll like really start to kick off. But I haven't hit there yet. So
one day.
If Cujo listens to this, Cujo, the show sponsor, Sean's gonna call me and go, "When did we sponsor? Why are we part of this?" Hopefully, you guys enjoy the podcast. This is fun stuff for us. We've had a great time today. Well, let's do this really quick.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, by the way, Liz was like, don't get rid of that revenue. And I'm like, it's costing us money. So I can totally relate is what I'm saying. And I think you can make the jump, take the leap, whatever you want, and just do 4 or 5 days full of landscaping. Because you guys have some great work, some great, you got a queue list here. You said we booked out till almost August.
Yeah.
Arguably. It seems like it would make sense. And I guess barring the economy, going up or down a little bit here and there. But otherwise, you could probably keep yourself pretty busy. But that's your decision, obviously. And then you have one other guy that works for you full time right now, right?
Jacob. Yep.
Jacob. Okay. Yep. I just want to make sure we highlighted that because he seems like a great team member.
Yep, absolutely. Really a hard, like, go-getter, hard worker.
Yeah.
And, like, really, like, attention to detail. Like, I have 100% confidence in saying, hey, I need X, Y, Z done.
Yep.
I got to go do whatever. And I have full confidence on, like I don't have a worry of, like, coming back and be like, what is that?
Yeah.
Or just, like, what are you doing type thing. Like,
sure.
And if, like,
younger guy, older guy?
Younger.
Okay.
He's 21 or 22.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, and I try to because he'll, like there's times where like he'll ask me some like questions about whatever, and like the older part of me, and like I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna let you make this decision.
That's
like,
cool.
Like I do that. Like and I'm sure sometimes he's like, just answer the freaking question, or like I really want, but I'm like, you know what,
teaching them.
I'll let you make the call on this one. Like, use your judgment. Like I trust you. Like now, if it's something where it's like, no, like I need to clarify this because it's that important, whatever. But like a lot of times, like, you know what, I think you got this one.
Yep.
You do what you think is the right thing to do, and sure enough, every time I'm like, you didn't need me.
It's fun
you
to
did not need me.
It's fun to see them come up with their own solution, and sometimes it's like you're like, I would have never thought about that.
Okay, take for instance the landscape we just left.
Okay, that big job.
Yep. So down those flagstone, that walkway.
Okay.
Where I have the formal boxwood hedge on each side.
Yep.
In my eye, I envisioned it before we started laying out was like, had the one along the sidewalk, and then the fence that kind of angles off, like just like us doing our boxwood hedge like that way or whatever. And he was like, I don't think that's gonna really, because I didn't know how to envision that space because I was trying to think of like spacing wise and whatever. But he was like, dude, what if we just run these like straight down with? And I was like, phenomenal idea.
Yeah.
And it turned out like once we dug them in, planted them in, I was like, banger. Excellent call, Jacob.
Yeah.
Like that. Yes. So it's just.
Well,
yes.
The landscape job that you're talking about, by the way, we just did a video. I was talking about this earlier. Should be on YouTube next week or two, whenever it drops. But check it out. It's with Dylan because he went through this whole $24,000 landscape job, how he did it, how he priced it, pitfalls, things he was looking for, customers looking for, how to balance a little this, a little that. That's the kind of stuff that I get the most requested, on all my content. It's like, hey, how do you price landscaping? I'm like, I don't do landscaping. I don't get that question as much anymore because people know I'm like lawn maintenance.
Lawns, yeah.
But if there was a question outside of like, how much do I charge or what's the best mower to buy? It would be, hey, how to price this? And I'm like, bro, I don't know. Go bug Almond, Kalfas, Dylan, somebody.
We want to thank one of our presenting sponsors of the Shop Tour series. You know them, you love them, Yard Book. Whether you're just getting into business for yourself or you've been growing your company and need to get more organized, Yard Book is for you. A full-service CRM software to help you manage and track jobs, tasks, routes, and your billing all in one convenient web-based platform. And the best part? It's totally free. Take advantage of the CRM Brian uses to grow his business and take your company to new heights. Utilize their popular features like credit card on file charging, email estimate approval, and the new selling suite, fertilizer tracking, and so much more. Tens of thousands of lawn entrepreneurs just like you trust and rely on Yardbook to help them grow their company. So why not you? Sign up today at yardbook.com and don't forget to mention that Brian sent you. You know the name Equipment Defender. Now experience the safety and security for your lawn care setup with Equipment Defender trailer racks. These lockable trailer racks are designed to keep your equipment organized and secure without breaking the bank. Upgrade your setup and protect your investment with trailer racks that fit any style of trailer, both utility or enclosed. These E-coated racks are built tough to withstand the elements, all while working hard to keep your equipment safe and secure. Put an end to unnecessary equipment damage and theft today by investing in quality trailer racks that you can rely on. Use the promo code BRIANS10 to save 10% on all orders today at equipmentdefender.com, and a link is provided in the show description. Equipment Defender.
Like, how much do I charge or what's the best mower to buy? It would be, hey, how to price this? And I'm like, bro, I don't know. Go bug Almond, Kalfas, Dylan, somebody. By the way, on that hedgerow that you did, I really like how you incorporated the lights in between the walkway and the hedge, because that light, once those hedges mature, are going to just reflect perfectly in those little leaves and stuff. Yep. It's going to look so bad to the bone.
Oh yeah.
Like that's gonna be a perfect little setup.
And like that's what's nice too. Like when I was thinking of like our placement on those lights, I was like, I want the lights to be spaced enough to where, like I want them to be spaced enough to where it's not like light.
Sure.
But it's like I want them to be close enough to where like at any given point in time, like someone doesn't feel like I better watch my step.
Yes.
So like, especially because the Riverstone will be reflecting help reflect a lot of that light.
100%.
But like they're spaced out to where it's like, say in that spot of the walkway, it's like from start to finish, they're getting some light. But then like right at the tail end, before you step onto the patio, there's a light just down off to the left. That's going to help illuminate some of the patio there and even on that next corner by the seat wall, like. And then, so I added in those 2 lights on that concrete patio side or concrete side where like the hostas were and stuff, you know, where the mulch is. So at first I didn't have any there.
Okay.
So I lit it up at night and I was like,
need something over here.
Right when you get past that patio, it's just a dark abyss. I was like, I have to. So I was like, hey, we got to get 2 more lights in here. I said, I was like, we're already there tearing it up. So I was like, it should be nothing for us to pop 2 more, but I'm telling you, it'll make the space feel so much better.
Yeah.
And it was like the night I put them in, or the day I put them in, I came back that night. I was like, that is exactly what he needed. Because when you walk in that area, you can literally see from the beginning to the very end of the concrete, and you can see that whole space. So there's like, you can navigate that whole place.
Isn't that awesome? And nice. and the overlap is like, what, 10% on those lights to light. So it's like illuminating the whole way down.
Yep.
If you guys didn't see this landscape job, like I said, go to YouTube channel, Brian's All Maintenance, and you can see not only the shop tour that we did here with Dylan, the dingo video, and then the landscape. Did we do 3 videos, right?
Shop tour, dingo.
In that.
In the job site walk.
Okay, cool. Yep. So really quick, the on the shop tour, that's the reason we're down here. We'll talk about that for a quick minute. Again, shout out to Steel Equipment Defender, Yard Book, and Steel Equipment Defender, Yard Book, and Cujo Yardware for sponsoring the tour. While we're down here, your shop, we're trying to. You don't have like hard dimensions because you rent a space, kind of like in the back of a strip mall. Not strip mall, but like a warehouse's insurance agents up front.
Yeah, it's like there's office space in the very front of the building. The half of the building is office space that the insurance office is, and then the back half is it's like a shop. So like before they rented that out to like an auto shop.
Okay,
but like
mechanic.
I guess but then I guess they ran into some issues with like people coming in and out. Some things were going down that were supposed to be going down.
One of those. Yep.
So then it's set. Basically kind of empty besides the stuff that they stored there, which, you know, the boat. And then I said the RV had always been there.
Yep.
I started renting the one section. And then once that RV got out, I was like, I want as much of this shop as I can get. So, I'd say like
40 by 40, 40 by 50. It's definitely deeper than it is wider.
Yeah. Especially like for what I have. You know, like if I had the boat side, like it'd be that'd be awesome.
50 by 50 or something maybe?
Yep.
It's a decent size.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. And it's like I'm lucky to have that. Like and especially for the price we're getting.
Well, I was gonna say, and you're paying nominal rent, which is it's good to know people, right?
Yeah.
But it's a really cool shop. You have a dump trailer in there, the dingo, you can bring the full mow rig in there with a truck and trailer, back it in.
Yep. Doesn't have to unhook. From that truck and trailer, like he can back it in on the one side of the shop and never have to unhook from the mowing trailer unless like we need to.
That's pretty cool. And then you have a workbench area in the corner, a catch-all, some shelving and racks to hold all the hand tools and all that.
Yep. Have a single axle trailer for hauling the multi-force around in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Obviously wheelbarrows, all that stuff, some material, some bag material on pallets, but I'm very lucky to have that space. I mean, like everything is like nothing of mine has sat out in the weather
for a while now.
For 5 years.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Or maybe even more. So it's pretty nice.
Well, one thing I was just going to say really quick, if you guys haven't checked that out just yet, make sure you go to YouTube, check it out, the whole shop tour, because it's really cool because you're like a solopreneur plus a guy or two. You have a couple guys floating around here and there. But we've got people that we've done on the tour, like, 2, 3, 4 guy outfits, 2 guy outfits, 5 guy outfits, bigger companies, smaller companies. And then we just had Mitchell Gordy, kind of an owner operator. And then I, classify you owner operator as well. His shop is ridiculous.
That is like, and everything on Mitchell Gordy's is like
methodical.
Like, yes. And it's like, like say for instance, like there's probably like an outline of like the hammer on the pegboard or whatever probably has like an outline, like it goes right there. Like he just has it looks like he's just so like.
I need to come up with like in the off season.
Everything is just so perfect. I feel like organized.
Seriously,
like, mint. Like very clean shop, everything. Yeah.
Well,
very nice
he needs to come up in the off season, and I'll pay him like as a consultant, to come up and do mine, one day, like just, hey, here's the budget, and here's 10 Sharpies, like, you know what I mean? So, no, hey, I got a couple quick questions that I got from Instagram for you, because we're gonna do another few more minutes here on the podcast, and then I got to hit the road here. But one question I got for you. You mind taking a couple questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Somebody said, how do you get your lighting so dialed in? Because you're big into lighting now, so I guess that's or did you know who asked this question?
Because he said dialed.
Yeah.
Widener Landscape Solutions.
Is that the guy you were joking with earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Dang it, Jesse. I didn't even know. You want to skip?
No, you're good.
Okay.
How do I get it so dialed? Well, it comes from just networking with people that know how to do lighting. I've done it before. One of those being Jesse Widener with the Widener Landscape Solutions. Yeah. So I owe everything I have to Jesse. So
did he teach you how to do lighting?
He does. Yeah, he uses the same company in lighting.
The Sterling
as I do. Yep. So that's really how I found out about him.
Oh, okay.
And then so he got me in contact with him, and like we talked, like he sent me. So that's a design I drew.
Yep.
And then I was like, hey, I want to see how you would design one up. So he sent me one up over, and I was like, okay. So I kind of incorporated his, because it's crazy. Like everyone has their own planting style,
right?
And it's like there's some aspects of his where I'm like, man, for some reason, like when I look at a landscape, I want to incorporate some like mass plantings like he does, but I was like, but for some reason I just can't get it from head to paper. So I don't know, but yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, yep. Good dude. You should have him on your podcast sometime.
Jesse, call me up or shoot me. No, don't call me. Shoot me an email. Actually, shoot me an email or a DM. Please don't ever call me because I don't pick up. You see my phone today? Yeah,
like
I'm not even kidding when I'm saying.
Sorry, not in your area.
I'm getting 35. I had one guy call me 6 times. I answered the 7th time, and then he was talking to me. This is really awful, but I was on the other line with my bank. Oh, my bank was calling, and I'm like. I hung up on him, and then, which is awful. Then I was talking to the bank. He texted me back. He goes, "We might have gotten disconnected." I'm like, "Yeah, my phone must have just dropped the call." I'm like, because I'm trying to get the bank, dude. It's just been wild today. Like, yeah. I'm like, Dylan, it's not really like this, but you're getting calls. I'm getting calls. You're like trying to return voicemails in between this. I'm trying to return voicemails. It's been wild. Don't hang up on customers. But he wasn't a customer. But anyway, how to look and act more professional and be taken seriously. This is from Clayton Brooks. How would you look and act more professional to be taken more seriously?
I think that's a personal thing, to be honest. Like, start taking literally, if you want to be taken more seriously, then I would say, take yourself more seriously.
Ooh.
Okay, we were talking about my hat.
You were talking about the hat.
Yeah.
I think it's a great looking hat.
I love that hat.
Your Bambino hat.
When I got that bad boy in, I was like,
Bramba.
Game is on.
So
anyways,
Bramba.
So have confidence in yourself. Be one that really, say for instance, when it comes these landscape designs, whatever, I have full confidence that I am going to deliver an excellent product.
Yep. Full
confidence. All I need is for that customer basically to be just
go for it.
Have confidence in me.
Yep.
I'm just I'm knowledgeable in what I'm doing. I'm, they're asking questions and I have an answer for it. So it's be more knowledgeable in the space that you're wanting to be taken more seriously in, because if you can try to sound as serious as possible, but if your education on the topic is non-existent, then it's how can you be an authority in that space?
Yes.
So
I agree.
Literally, so when it comes to landscaping, that's what I consume. That's what I want to be in. That's all I consume. So but I think there also comes in phases where as much as say 5 years ago, that job I just did, in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to be, let me do it. Mm-hmm. I could not have delivered half. I don't think my quality of job, whatever, would have been half of what it was there.
That's fair. Makes sense.
Because even from my first patio deal that we did the flagstone at the farm for that same lady.
Yep.
To this one was look at how much better it turned out and how good it was compared to then. I just feel it's true when they say you almost things will come on your plate when you're ready for that to be on your plate. It's I was not ready for a $20,000 job then.
Right.
But now I'm let's do it. I have full confidence that I would deliver a premium thing. So I think if you want to be more serious, like definitely educate yourself in what you want to be taken seriously at and just have confidence in yourself.
I like it.
And don't fake it. Like I get part of it's where like you kind of fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it.
Kind of fake it till you make it. Like,
a little bit.
It's like, okay, like if someone asks me for a project that's extending myself a little bit, like
you're kind of BSing a little bit.
I'm going to be like, oh yeah, we could, yeah, but like, I'm also going to be like, okay,
but I can do it.
I am going to make sure, like, when it comes time to crank this one in, like,
right.
I'm doing all kinds of research in the back end to make sure I deliver on what I promise.
Right.
But like I said, I think just educate yourself and just have confidence in yourself.
Right. I like that. I was going to add something, and I said, well, one thing that's like low hanging fruit to me, just while we're talking about branding, is like your branding is really great. You're a great example of that. Like your branding was good before. You redid it about a year or two ago because actually there's your old sticker, your old logo on that.
Right.
I forgot your old logo. That's what it was. Yeah. That's awesome. Because you've had your new one for maybe 2 years now.
Yeah, probably 2 years.
So, and it looks really, really good. It looks more landscaping-esque. I don't know what that means. To me, if I see your yard signs around, we saw a couple of them as they're popping around, and I said, I'd call that number. I said, if I saw the landscape and I saw that sign, I wouldn't know who you are, but I'm like, that looks like quality branding, a quality logo. Authoritative, I think is the word you used. I think I would say, yeah. And
then if say for instance someone sees our name and looks it up, like I want my website, for instance, like I want it to emulate like the type of feel that like it's
cohesive.
What, like the font, I distinctly not that font, but on our main new logo, like I specifically was like, I want this font because there's something about that font.
Yeah.
That I don't know what it is. There's something about it that kind of is like high end look. I don't know when you think like when I saw like other like just brands in general. I don't know, that thin font, just the way the I don't know. There's something about that I just loved. I was like, that's specific. Like I want that font. But like, so then when you look up our website, like it's not like flashy colors and all this stuff. But it's like nice fonts.
Yes.
You know, just everything is presented like really good.
Yep.
Like that's, so I want that to be like, okay, say they'll look us up on Google. Oh crap. Like that is matching like what we're seeing. Like all 3 stars are kind of aligning with that to where like, hopefully at that point they're like, let's talk to this guy. And if he's halfway as good, like, then I think we're on something.
Well, like you said, that's kind of like your business card to get people to call. And from there, then you can sell when you get in person.
Yep.
But there's guys like Jack Kelly with the Imagine, business. He's got great branding, great logo, great font. Actually, Megan Rose Interiors, that's the lady we're using for interior design for our house to be. Her font is very petite, very elegant, very classy, very. It's different, right? But for interior design, but it speaks high level, looks high level. If you guys ever need different fonts and all that mess, just Google like popular fonts or professional fonts or some type of adjective with that font.
Yeah.
Because there's like Kamika Axis is one, Chalkboard SE is one. You guys know like Arial and Times New Roman, all that mess. Those are great for like papers. But if you want reports, but if you guys want some cool fonts, like there's like Brebis and New. You can download find these on Google. They're great fonts that you can use. Impact font, to really present a bold image and letter. Mm-hmm. So I agree. Like it's a science almost. And people are like, oh, you're just lucky. It's like, no, dude, there's a lot of thought and time that went into designing this logo, this brand, this postcard, this yard sign.
Yep. And like the reason why I went away from that logo, to be honest, is I went through the bank to drop a deposit in, and the teller said, oh,
tree work.
I see your trucks running all around town. And this is when I was part-time. And I was like, whoa, I don't do enough work to you see me driving trucks all the way around. So I end up looking at just other people in town. My logo, like that grass circle thing, like it was like if you like just took half the blades of that grass out and had that, like it was the other person's logo.
Oh,
like it was like to someone that just the blind eye of like quick look and like they probably thought I was the other company.
Can't differentiate.
And so I was like, change.
Like Core Ballard's got the blue, Isuzu's with the yellow Power P, or vice versa. It's a yellow blue with blue. I think
blue with yellow.
Blue with yellow.
Yep.
But he's got that Power P, and Yeah, dude, I get it all the time. I got Brian's landscaping, Brian's lawn service, Brian's yard service, Brian's, hillbilly service. Back at home, there's 5 Brians. I had somebody text me this morning. You mow in our sub. I see I had 3 text messages. We see you in our sub. I'm like, I'm not in your sub. They're like, yeah, the big red trailer, Brian Services. I'm like, right, that's a different company. That's not us. I'm like, oh, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna destroy those people. It's like go get a different name, for crying out loud. I was here first.
Yep. So I don't know. It was just, and then like I said, I wanted to go towards landscaping, so I didn't want it to be I didn't want a logo to be like grass.
Yeah.
So, not that like the leaf is like landscaping, but I don't know. It
looks good.
I liked it. Like when our design, like our design company,
I got somebody here
with it. So yeah,
looks good. What another question? You kind of answered this maybe at the beginning, but how many lawns are you cutting still on your route?
We do 24 a week.
24 a week. Okay.
Yeah. So some, those range from.
Do you know a Country Boy 9977?
I don't.
Okay, I didn't know if you already knew that answer.
So we do 24 a week between some commercials, HOAs, some large accounts, some small accounts. They're just good paying.
Yeah.
I mean, like when we were like,
that one guy.
That guy. I was like, $60 minimum, bud.
And he's like, that's actually not that bad.
Yeah. So I was like, well, for you, then it'd be 75.
I heard you say that.
I think he moved. So he moved from, I think he was from Columbus. So he's actually, I don't know to people in college football.
Wow.
His nephew is Braxton Miller, was a quarterback for Ohio State. Yeah, it doesn't really mean
awesome, man. Great soccer player.
No, but I think he played football.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
soccer.
Whatever. Get out of here. So, anyways,
I'm sure he's great.
Say he may have been from Columbus.
Okay.
So you're talking like a different market. So like his who knows? Or in Columbus market, they may be like
$30 or $100. Who knows?
It could be $100 for all I know. But like I said, I said $60 minimum. He's right next door to us. I know the account that we're doing.
Yeah.
She's not going nowhere from us.
Double up.
So it's like, hey, if I can hit spot and
extra 15 minutes, make another $60. Yeah. That's no big deal.
Yep.
It was funny. We were shooting a video on that landscape job and that couple walked by. I said,
it started at dinner.
Yeah.
When you told, hey, be careful. Like, you got to use the restroom. Hey, be careful with this guy. He's from Michigan.
I said, make sure I get the check. She goes, okay. I said, he's from Michigan. Don't trust that guy. She's like, oh, we can't trust that. Actually, when I went to pay, for real, after I went to the bathroom, I come back to pay, in a little, like, server cubby, it was like her and, like, 2 other guys. And this one guy was like, I was like, yeah, make sure, can I get that check right now? She's like, sure. I said, yeah, you can't trust that other guy. He's for real. He's from Michigan. You can't trust him. And one of the other guys that was a server, he goes, man, I don't trust nobody from Michigan. I swear to God. I go,
Milton people.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, man, they're the devil. I was like, they're the devil, And he's like, man, he goes, I hate Michigan and their football team sucks. And I go, man, you're telling me. And like I got any skin in the game. Yeah. But it was funny because I do that all the time. Like Caleb one time was like, yeah, he's from Michigan, and the lady's like, oh, I'll make sure you get the check, like to Caleb and stuff. Yeah. I was like, it's just funny when you throw each other under the bus. But
so we're at this landscape job though that I did.
Oh,
and these go ahead.
No, you tell the story. I was just trying to give you a job, bro. You don't appreciate it.
We'll see if anything comes from it. And I swear, I feel like, how do you know us?
We're the one with the
from
Bernard
the crazy
dog
guy on the sidewalk. So we're doing this landscape walkthrough. So we're about to wrap up.
You'll see it in the video.
Yeah, you'll see. Oh,
I was recording. I was going. I'm gonna keep that.
Yeah. So
that was the outro.
So we're, almost close to button up this video. These folks are walking. They got 2 dogs. They're walking the neighborhood, and
old retired couple.
Yep. And Brian just like looks at him. Is like, big famous guy over here on YouTube, landscaper of the year, top landscaper of the year over here. And these people are probably thinking, yeah, cool people.
I was like, see the name, call the number.
Then 10 minutes later, they come right on back.
Yeah.
And we're like, waving to him, whatever. He's like, top landscaper of the year, call him up. And they're like, yeah, we'll look into it. As they look away like.
They're walking faster.
Yeah. But no, they were beautiful St. Bernard.
They had beautiful dogs. Yeah. I was pointing at your gold seal on your truck, Mr. Humility over here. I said like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. As he's got a gold circle, like 34 inches like wide, on the side of his truck.
No. Whatever.
It says landscaper of the year. It's like the whole truck has actually got a whole new vehicle wrap. But I was buttoning up and I said, it was so good hanging with Dylan Stephenson, the landscaper of the year based on independent study. I mean, whatever.
I created the award.
Yeah, right. You can do that. We talked about that on the Industry Update podcast with Caleb Ballman. Did you happen to hear that episode? It's like people just buy those.
Best burger in town.
Yeah, literally. Number one landscaper in all the Midwest.
Yeah.
I'm the number one lawn care company in all of the East Coast, actually. You don't even know that yet. But and if you guys are listening, go listen to the Industry Update episode we did with Caleb and Brittany Allman on the Hardscape podcast, Kid Contractor podcast. Probably about a month ago now it came out.
And it probably did as good as his
other industry
news.
Oh, that's
oh, is that the one where he's reading the magazine and like, oh, this guy, look at Cat 259D comes out with a new foot pedal. I enjoyed it, Caleb.
You guys,
I enjoyed it.
I give him so much.
I enjoy Caleb's humor though. So much.
It's so different. It's so dry. It's so libertarian. It's so.
But I love how it's so like.
But it's good.
I said it before.
He's a gem.
The balance.
Protect this man.
Of Brittany and Caleb on the podcast.
It's good,
especially when they're on the road.
It's their shtick.
They're driving. She's talking. He's like, "Oh, look at that!
Oh yeah.
Hello, Franklin County Fire Department. Thank you for all you do."
He's like, "There's some ECM control matting, and that's a really nice retention pond there." And she's like, "Caleb, drive."
ADS.
ADS, yeah. ADS drainage, yeah. I think they're one of the show sponsors, so they pay for 5 ads and get 50. That's just how it works at the Elements. This is what we got for the show, guys. This is the best we can do at 9 o'clock at night. We're a little tired. I've been up since 5:30 in the morning. I've been driving down here since like early part of 7 a.m. So it's been a trek, and I got a little bit of a trek home. But I was just trying to get you some customers, by the way, with that lady and that guy.
I appreciate the.
They were like, you're like, hey, it was nice meeting you guys, and they're just like walking faster away. You know, they're like, don't talk to us.
I think they're like, man, this hill can't get any more steeper to get us away.
I was like, number one in landscaper in all of. Where are we at? Ohio? Canton? Springfield, Ohio. I was like, number one landscaper in all of Springfield, Ohio. Yeah. The lady's like, you're a creeper.
Yeah, awkward.
So, but anyway, we'll button it up right here because I got to hit the road here. This is a cool clock on the screensaver. I've never seen that. How do I get mine to do that? You gotta show me how to do that because that's pretty dope. He's got this cool clock on the screensaver. That's got
to be standard issue on my end. I doubt I did it.
I don't know if I can afford your normal rate, but paying for lawyers that are $500 an hour, I don't know if I can afford you. So I got no. I don't have anything left.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
Just leave the Tesla here. It's fine. IOUs are just as good as cash.
Yeah, it might not have any juice left, so it might be stuck here. I got to get the Lima.
All I have to say is
lock my doors. What?
Lose power between
here in Lima.
Lima. You saw those places. More than likely, they're not going to have a Tesla powered charge.
It's a little.
You don't see horse and buggy.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you didn't see any.
No.
Seriously.
No, I didn't.
When you get north of, you have the little town of West Liberty. Keep on going. No, because West Liberty, then Bell Fountain.
I'm going straight north.
Yep, north of Bell Fountain, whatever. You start getting to where like the hills are really doing one of these.
I did see that. Yeah, that was weird.
You'll get some.
I felt like I was riding a roller coaster.
You could get some horse and buggy on the way home.
Yeah,
be careful.
But it is also 9 o'clock at night. It's dark. I don't think they're out. They don't have.
They should have the reflective triangle in the back
with the candles and stuff.
Slow movers.
No shoot.
Yeah,
maybe they have
they would literally.
They probably have a Ballard
triangle.
You know those Ballard LED light bars? We saw a bunch of them in the winter because they're great for auxiliary lighting.
Ballard, if you have any extra light bars, send them to 46,
P.O. Box 46. Don't give out your address.
That was all,
I was like, stop there.
Get a hold of me.
There's only 80,000 people that listen to the podcast. But those light bars are great. I bet all the Amish are buying them up. USB recharging port on the wagon wheel. Get a little generator there and get a little emergency light bar. So that's what we got. You guys are listening to this, and you guys are probably like, we are never listening to this podcast again. But you know what? We appreciate it if you can come back, give us another shot here on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday, whatever days we got the podcast. Wednesday and Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I sound like I'm drunk or something. I've never drank a drop in my life, just so we're clear on the record here. But it's late, and I've been up working some hours.
That freaking rum and Mountain Dew you had.
The rum and Mountain Dew. I had Mountain Dew.
I don't even know if that's a drink. So if that's a horrible
rum
mix,
and Coke,
that shows you how
rum and Coke.
Shows you how much I drink.
It's like the Captain Jack Sparrow, Team Johnny. So That's all going on right now, the whole trial, but that's a whole other story for another time. But we're going to button up right here. Where can people... This is a good show. You want to just do a whole nother one?
I mean, why are we not?
This is great. I like this.
I don't think this party should end.
I might just spend the night and just tell Rob, like, hey, dude, it's all you. Good luck, bud.
Dude, Spider-Man bed in the back. We're good.
Yeah.
Easton's got the Spider-Man bed.
He's jumping in your guys' bed. I'm taking his bed.
That's fine. He would do an RV.
Unless I get to hang out with you, just...
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big spoon, little spoon. But as long as it's not a queen, I have to do a king bed because I sprawl out. You got a king? Oh, this guy's rich. All right. Well, where can people find you? And then we're going to button this thing up, bro.
Solo Cuts Landscaping on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Cool. Check them out.
Yep.
We
Give us a follow. Check us out.
The couple videos we did here were really, really fun. The dingo was really cool. If you guys are ever thinking about a dingo or even a mini skid or a full-size skid, check it out because he covered a bunch of great tips in there, like pros and cons, why he went with the dingo. And it's not an ad for Toro or anything, but if they want to send one, P.O. Box 930233, Wixom, Michigan.
Or a couple attachments.
Oh, a quick bucket to Dylan's. There you go. Or a that auger bit.
Augers can be fun.
24-inch auger bit. Plant some big bulbed, shrub there.
Burlap trees.
You'd be the way.
Also, real quick, to anyone that listens to this and keeps their burlap on their plants.
Is that not a thing?
Don't do that ever.
On the bulb?
Yeah.
Cut that off.
Jesse Widener, what I was telling you about, he says he keeps the burlaps on there. He just cuts the top, and it just makes me cringe.
Well, I mean, obviously he's not a pro landscaper like you. He's an amateur hour here, so.
Yeah.
But Jesse, shoot me a DM. We'll get you.
Yeah.
He must follow.
Yeah, he'd be a good one. Now.
There's so many of you guys that listen to the show that are awesome, that have great businesses. I don't even know. Reach out, say, hey, shoot me a DM. Be like, hey, I want to get on the podcast, and I'll be like, all right, what's your story?
Yeah, because I've been on here, I think 4 times.
Yeah,
this may be 5 because we did 2 today.
We'll get anybody on,
and I'm like, if you're asking for repeat guests, like you're getting
you're like a Jack Russell Terrier. You're humping the leg. I can't kick you off. I'm like,
really
Dylan, enough
for content.
I'm like Dylan, enough. Like I can't get rid of you. Actually, it's the other way around. Stop buying tickets to my live event. You're banned. Yeah. At this point, I think you're just grandfathered in. You just pay the one rate and you get in forever.
That's what I'm talking about.
You got the annual pass like Florida over here with Disney World. Disneyland, whatever it is. But all right, we'll button it up right here, guys. Different kind of an episode, but hope you guys enjoyed it. This is what happens when you just get late night. You start cutting up with other lawn bros. But thanks for hosting, for real.
Yeah,
thanks for taking.
Thank you for coming down.
No, you gave me a whole day.
Yeah,
this is really cool. I was like, dude, you need to work a trimmer, go mow a couple lawns. You got to finish anything up? You're like, dude, I'm hanging with you all day. I'm like, it's a beautiful, the 170-degree sunny day we get in Ohio and Michigan. I know your eyes are like twitching. It's like beautiful out, but I'm like, dude, I don't want to get in the way. Like I can do evenings and just, be a fly on the wall. But you gave me the whole day, and I super appreciate that. It doesn't go unnoticed. I know these guys appreciate the content, all the different videos. So if you guys do, can you share the podcast thumbs up on YouTube videos? We really appreciate that. And that's what I got. Anything else, bud?
Kick butt. Have fun.
All right, guys. Happy spring. And we look forward to catching up with you guys here on the next one.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach, and why over 10,000 local steel dealers are putting battery power in the hands of Americans. Just 3 words. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. A majority of steel products sold in America are made in America of U.S. and foreign materials. Batteries and chargers are sourced internationally.
Hey guys, Brian here. I get asked all the time, what's the best work shoe or boots for our industry? As some of you probably know, I absolutely love wearing the Cujo Yardwear. A few years ago, I was wondering why there isn't some sort of light, functional shoe for the lawn care industry. Literally a couple weeks later, I get a message from this new company, Cujo Yardwear, letting me know about the new shoe they created for lawn care. I couldn't believe it, so I tested them out for the first year and have been wearing them ever since. Me and my guys love the Cujos because they are light, comfortable, they keep our feet dry and have a great grip, and they're breathable. Plus, they're a family-owned company. Sean and Kelsey are a brother-sister team that seriously care about offering the best products for our industry. They started with the yard shoes, came out with the X1 composite toe boots, and are launching a new slip-on shoe this year. Check them out at Cujo.com. That's Kujo.com. And don't forget to use Brian's 10 to save 10%.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.